Hi guys, how's it going?
Welcome back to
Reality check. Look at this! What's happening here?
2.0.
Oh my goodness.
2.0.
What is happening? This is
happening?
incredible. I mean, we got a first new show, which is this.
Oh my gosh.
And look where it is, guys. It's on YouTube. Oh my god.
Oh, what do we do about this? Do I look okay? Like,
I know.
are you ready for your close up?
Hey.
Hi guys.
Okay. So we took time to reevaluate the show after KCOR. And
We're so excited.
I know. There's so much going on. So at first, as you can see, we're on YouTube. That's exciting. That's new. We're gonna go on new adventures. I mean, what else?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are gonna have so many more adventures, celebrity interviews, on location shows.
Like, I mean, it's gonna be so much fun.
Oh my
It's gonna
God.
look so good.
You are gonna see us all over town a lot more often. I apologize in advance to all our friends. Cheers.
Damn.
And with that, that also means our Bar Madness, which is now Vegas Madness,
Yes, Vegas Madness.
competition is going to get even stiffer.
Yes, it is. But also, it's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to open up a lot of new things. You guys get to see more shows and new restaurants and, like, you know, just family stuff, non-family stuff.
Everything's included.
I mean, it's going to be exciting.
Go to our Reality Check Las Vegas YouTube channel, hit like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that little bell for the notifications to let you know when we have brand new episodes. So yesterday,
Yes.
I had the opportunity
Ooh,
of
a lifetime.
a lifetime for sure to go visit the opening of Ole Red, which is Blake Sheltons new bar.
Oh my
I know that they have one in Nashville, obviously,
Mhm.
and I found out they have one in Orlando. So Vegas is the new spot for it, and well, it was the soft opening. It was the soft opening, and
We should remember that.
we just listen. As someone who was part of an opening crew, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Vix is amazing now, but when we first opened,
It was a little rough.
it was a little bit rough.
They had some kinks.
Yep.
Some things to learn.
But we got through it in like it took about four or 5 months, and which puts us at the grand opening of Ole Red in April. But I'm gonna say this.
Listen. I mean, listen. Okay, so listen, if it takes 3 months to work out your courts.
They did it for Super Bowl, you know that.
I mean, listen.
They got a beautiful stage. That TV, like that screen goes up to the second, like the screen goes up to that second floor, that second and third floor.
Nice.
So you can you're sitting on the second floor. It kind of sucks for the people that like sit on the bottom floor, but I mean, I guess
Okay, that's working.
I'm curious. But it's still pretty cool. My whole issue was like I got there and I was so excited. I was literally like, oh my god, I can't wait. And then we were like, I wonder if they'll let us sit upstairs. There's a bar on every floor. Remember that. So I was like,
How
oh my
many floors
god.
are there?
4.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. So I was like, oh my god, are they gonna let us sit upstairs? Are we gonna sit upstairs? And then they put us upstairs and we were like, oh my god, we're going upstairs. Oh my god. And then we got like a high top table. And I love high top tables. I am a bar girl. So they gave us this high top table, and we were watching everybody else's tables get served by
nice.
their servers were totally crushing it.
Yeah.
Ours, she
She
has some improvements to make. I will. I'm not
she's
gonna,
there in April.
Listen, I'm not gonna like comment on like the food or anything like that.
It's hard to judge.
It's the first day. It's first day.
You experienced it too at Vix. You know?
I know, like our cocktail menu at Vix wasn't necessarily basic. It was very good. It was intricate. But now that the bar staff has control of it, it's become like the crown jewel. Our food is amazing, but it took some time, and we're about to hit our 1-year anniversary. But Ole Red it's gonna take a little bit to get everything down. They do have really cool souvenir cups.
I want one. Is a cowboy.
It's a mason jar with a cowboy hat on it.
I want it. I just want the cowboy hat.
But I will say the highlight of the entire place, aside from like the like it is
Mhm.
gorgeous. The stage is gorgeous. The view, you walk in and you just see all the floors
Yeah, the
that are
pictures look
like
amazing.
facing. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful, so beautiful. And it's gonna be so amazing. I'm wondering how much they're going to charge for F1 next year. Oh,
Oh.
that's gonna be insane. Um, but I'm gonna say this: the merchandise, like, I got this shirt.
Oh, yes.
Got this shirt.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was
Ooh.
$30, and I
I mean,
got,
that's the price of merch.
yeah.
I mean,
And then, but my favorite piece of merch was the sweatpants.
mm,
They were like almost $70, but man, they were worth every penny.
yeah.
So,
I need to
I
drink
mean,
after
if it's
that.
gonna be expensive, then make it worth it. And
Yeah.
way to go, Blake Shelton. I will give him that. I will give him that. So we will see. It was very important that I was there on day one,
Mhm.
just so that we can kind of chronicle their growth
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on the strip. And it's kind of, I feel like it's almost like an important spot. It was rumored to have been being built like years and years ago, right after Redneck Riviera was closed. Redneck Riviera is still there. There is still a sign. They have not done anything with it. But that's where I thought it was going to go.
I
So
was
I
on
didn't think it
drugs
made
the last
sense.
time I was in there.
Yeah.
Like fully on drugs the last time I was in there. And they were closing then.
I was dating who shall not be named. That was the last time I was in
I
there.
think I was a part of that.
So yeah. Anyway, so that's where I thought it was going to go. That's where like the rumor was that it was going to replace Redneck Riviera. And then I saw this big giant building in the Grand Bazaar shops right outside of Horseshoe, which, oh
Yeah.
my God, as somebody who worked at Bally's and refuses to call it Horseshoe because I worked at Bally's, it is so different.
Well,
I walked through there, and everything they said they were going to do, they did. That
Yeah.
center bar,
yeah.
gone. The poker room is there. The poker room is like 3 times the size of what it was.
I mean, honestly, I think they knew they had to completely rebrand it because it's one of those things where it's like if you don't redo it, then it's not going to look good and it's going to look like trash.
It doesn't look like a dump anymore. Because honestly,
yeah.
Bally's really looked in the middle of the strip, the heart of the strip. Bally's looked like garbage.
Well, it wasn't taken care of. They didn't want to take care of it, and that's just what happens. So
Yeah.
But okay? Well, first question is, how's the dance floor?
For what? Oh, for Ole Red?
Mm-hmm.
There's not one.
There's not a dance floor at a country bar?
There's not a dance floor in a country bar. No.
You mean Gillies is in walking distance and there's not a dance floor on... Oh, Gillies sells food, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Gillies does have food.
Yes. And free parking?
And free parking. Yeah.
I don't know business.
No.
I actually think that might be an issue. I mean, listen. You want to talk about predictions?
Well, here's the thing, is like, I saw a lot of comments about that on TikTok before it opened, and everyone was saying this, everyone said the same thing, that bars in Nashville don't have dance floors. But everybody kind of...
Vegas.
Nashville is not Vegas. Everybody expects clubs. Or like a club-like atmosphere.
Well, okay.
I mean, if you're going to compete with like Stoney's with their massive dance floor, or if you're going to... I mean, Stoney's is like, it's more a local thing, but you could still go down Las Vegas Boulevard and find it.
Yeah.
Gillies is right across the street. It's got a nice dance floor.
Food, drinks.
The food, the bands, everything is just a nice view of the strip.
Yeah.
And it feels like home. It's become like more of a local spot. So if you're trying to lure, but are they trying to lure them, or do they just want the tourists? Like, what?
The weird thing I'm finding too is that bands are going on from 6 to 10. Gillies doesn't start till 10.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't think it's weird. I think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're trying to get Gillies customers, but not try to steal Gillies customers. Because I can tell you,
that's a fair assessment. Because I think Des Hosson is playing on the 22nd, and I think he's playing from 6 to 9.
Yeah.
They don't have bands on Mondays at Gillies.
Yeah.
But on Thursdays and Sundays, bands start at 8 o'clock. And then Fridays and Saturdays, bands start at 10.
Oh, okay. See, I only know the 10 o'clock rule because I only have 2
I
days
was
to
just
go
there
out.
last week.
But so okay, well, I guess I don't know. I do also kind of enjoy that bands. I can go see the band and actually feel like I can see it without being up till 1 o'clock in the morning because I don't like doing that anymore. That's no fun. I'm tired.
I like that they open at 11 a.m.
Hmm.
So here's the thing. So Ole Red opens at 11 a.m. The kitchen closes at like 8 or 9. And then from like 9 or 10 until like 2 in the morning, they just have a DJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the
Interesting.
weekends.
So, okay. Here are my worries for Ole Red. They came out here. They think they do well in Nashville. Vegas
do
and
well in Orlando.
They do well in Orlando. Vegas and is so different from these two places. They've built this gigantic structure. If it wasn't so gigantic, I don't think I'd be as worried. But that place is fucking
Massive.
huge. You don't have a dance floor, so this is what I'm seeing they're doing. They're going to bring in country acts. They're going to move out all those tables so they have standing floor, and then probably some tables up top, which gives, and then people can go up to the very, very top to dine.
I think there might be a dance floor on the top floor.
See, that would make sense.
Like,
but then,
I think there might be. I think there's also a bar up there.
Listen, if they did, that would be great. It would be interesting to see. But we're not going out there in the winter.
No.
It's a little hot in the summer, but you can get away with the hot. Like you guys,
like at night.
Yeah, like at night.
Yeah.
Also, Carnival Court's open in summer, so it's gross. But
I haven't been to Carnival Court in so long. Believe it or not, I have not been to Carnival Court in so long.
That's funny.
And funny story. So I went to see the Rob Staley Band Friday night at Gillies. And my old roommate came with me. He bar backs at Circa.
Oh.
Yeah. So he got to work the other day.
Uh-huh.
And G, who's one of the bartenders at Circa,
okay,
went up to him and said, "Hey, saw you with Jessica the other night."
He's like,
and my roommate is like, "This bitch is famous.
She's everywhere.
She is everywhere." And I was like,
guys.
"I told you."
She kind of is. It's kind of funny. Every time we go somewhere, it's like, "Oh, bitch." Like when we went to Monday's Dark, that was funny. We were walking to our seats and it was like, "Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey." And then we sit down and then we just look to our right or left, our right.
And then there's Ryan Puskarich.
Like, "Oh, hey."
And then Brandon Nix was sitting in front of us, even though he had just performed for he did a Rock of Ages thing with Mark Chinook. And then he comes up with he came upstairs with all the peasants. And then I found out from Marcy, who does the marketing for Vix. She and Golden Pipes are best friends.
Ah.
So she was like, "You should have just told me and I would have just gotten you in a VIP booth."
Would have been nice, Marcy.
That would have been nice.
Well, now we
I had
know.
known. But it was a great time.
You know what, though? I kind of like being higher up. I mean, that was a little
We got to see everything.
But you get to see everything. I'm also finding out, because I went to the Nutcracker, and that was amazing. But it needs to be in, the perfect spot, because then you can see everyone dancing and performing. Because even Monday's Dark was, such a big performance.
Yeah.
Everyone was dancing, and it was a good time. Okay, so Kanye West, your favorite person.
Oh, my God.
So Kanye West, okay. Ye is someone I like to follow, mainly because he infiltrated the Kardashians. You know how hard that is? That's crazy. He got in there. Then, he's crazy, and no one is questioning him. If I pulled that level of crazy, I'd be in the crazy house. In the crazy house.
I still don't understand how he was able to, convince his girl to wear what looked like a spare tire on her on her shoulder and just walk around she looked like the dude from the Minions.
I'm gonna say drugs. No, I'll get to that actually. So Kanye West,
but Kanye West is so fashion forward, Callie.
I mean, that's when his line first came out. He had sweaters with holes in them. So, I mean, listen, it's never been great. Have you seen those shoes? Anyways, but Kanye West was in town, and he has an album release party in New York, where he had a big party. He had one in California. He also took his daughter to Disneyland, and then he had one in Vegas. And in Vegas, if you don't have permits, we don't give a fuck. So he's playing his shit. He's being too loud. And the cops come and they're like, where's your permit? He's like, I don't have that. And they're like, well, there's too many people here. And he's like, but I'm Kanye West.
No,
and
we don't care.
Metro said,
we have celebrities in and out of this town all the time.
Like,
Kanye West, you don't matter.
Well, and also, like, the fucking president was here
Nobody
weeks ago.
cares.
Like, no one gives a fuck.
Nobody even cared that the president was here.
Yeah,
we just kind of went about. We were like, oh god, I have to sit in traffic from F1 still, or I'm sitting in Super Bowl traffic. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, the president's here. Oh, that's just one more thing to add to the list. All right, well, whatever.
Like, it's just not. No one cares. So they shut it down. He then went to somebody's hotel. I don't know if it was his hotel room or if it was someone at the party. He goes to that hotel. They have permits for all those people because they're a fucking hotel. And then he does his listening party. And that's where he goes on an 8-minute rant. And I watched all 8 minutes.
So you don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's been going around. But he's just like screaming. And the girl that's recording it, I want to punch her fucking face. Because he's like, guys, listen to me. Listen to me. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and let the crazy man talk. I just want to hear what he has to say so I can leave this fucking video. So anyway, so she's like screaming the whole time. And he's sitting there and he's like, you know, all these people didn't believe in me. Jay-Z left me. Fucking Kimberly left me. And he's just going on this rant, how he's done all this by himself, which maybe, I don't know. I don't follow that closely. And then he goes on, he's like, all these fucking schools in California. I was talking to a divorce lawyer before I got here. And she's going to take the kids away. North, tore up the couch because she wanted to be with me. I don't know what any of this means. And then he's like, I don't have a First Amendment right when I talk about Jewish people. And I was like, maybe we shouldn't talk about Jewish people like that. And then I don't know. I was
gonna say maybe he should stick to those like secret sessions, like what Taylor Swift did for the 1989 era. She had the secret sessions, but then I would also be too afraid to go to Kanye's house.
Well, that's
like if I got an invite to Kanye's house, I'd be like,
that's how all these parties happened. He sent out an email the day before to certain people. So that's what he did. That's what these were. So, and then he's like, oh, this crazy rant. And then he goes, but the one thing I want to really focus on is how intoxicated he is and how like pilled out he is, which would explain his crazy ass wife going in public, actually naked, sucking him off in like very publicly. And then also like, she walked around Vegas in 30-degree weather with
in a
nipple
bikini.
coverings. Barely. It was like one of those bikinis that just cover the nips. And I was like, it's cold outside. You're going to get frostbite on your titties. And that's just going to be a hard day for everyone.
What if you like your nipples were so frostbitten? What if you just lost them?
You want to hear a horror story? Breastfeeding mothers can have that happen.
Okay, well that's
gonna
keep me up. People think that they could just get away with murder, do whatever they want, like just Vegas. Everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Vegas. Nope. We will crack down on your shit.
Well, it's not even that. It's just we don't give a fuck. It's like these are the rules, and you can't bend them.
You need to follow them.
Like, oh, you have money? Cool.
That's great.
So do we.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a new regime.
It's weird. Vegas is a weird place where, this will even go back to Ole Red. Like, it's not if Vegas was that easy of a monster, everything would just look like Orlando and New York and California. We have different locations. We have different places. So, I don't know.
I think that's why, like, Redneck Riviera didn't do it. So they had a dance floor, and this was like years ago. Like they had a dance floor. They were not even open a year. They had a dance floor, but the stage was like an afterthought. They had a really cool view of like the Bellagio fountains. So like that part was cool. But it just like a tiny little stage, and everything seemed like an afterthought, and it was more expensive. And it's like, why would you're not getting the I'm telling you right now, when I went to go see like Easy Eights perform.
Mm-hmm.
When they went on break, I went right back downstairs to Bally's to Indigo Lounge and watched Crown Avenue.
I mean, that is what we would do.
All the good old days. I finally got to go to Legacy Club at Circa.
Oh!
And like it had me thinking, like you were talking about Carnival Court, we were talking about Carnival Court, and I'm remembering that like half the bar staff at Carnival is at Circa.
Yeah.
So it was like I could sit inside and not in like the extreme heat or the cold weather. I could sit inside and enjoy my favorite bartenders without all the Carnival Court regular drama. And it's very, I love that bar. It's very nice. Like the mega bar is really cool. And then if you want to go outside and watch Alter Ego perform, you can do that and then walk back in. That's fine. But I finally got to experience a Legacy Club.
Ooh.
Yes.
But you know what's really funny? Because didn't they kick you guys out because the person you were with was wearing tennis shoes, even though they were nice shoes?
Yes.
And then my friend wore tennis shoes to Legacy Club 2 months later.
Okay. So here's the thing. This is what I found out. Here's the secret.
Oh.
If you go early in the week,
They don't care.
they don't care.
Actually, I think it was early in the week.
Honestly, because like Melba and I got dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
Because one time Melba and I went out and I did not get dressed up and she got dressed up and it was very awkward because she wanted to go to Legacy Club and I was like, why didn't you just tell me that? And then I would have got dressed up. I just thought we were going to go to Oak and Ivy and drink some milk punch, which we drank them out of. So what we ended up doing, so we didn't get to go to Legacy Club. We just hung out at Oak and Ivy that whole time. So I invited Melba to come to the Porchlight Group's holiday party, which was Vic's and Sony's. Free food, free booze. And then we were like, I got all dressed up, she got all dressed up, because I was like, what if we just like went to Legacy Club after? Or what if we went to Fremont after? We don't have to hang out here the whole time.
Yeah. Like, let's have fun.
So her and I were dressed up, and then we grabbed one of my bartenders from Vic's and his roommate, who, that's a crazy ass story. I don't know. I'm gonna call this dude out, but remember that time I went to Carnival Court with like when I first started working at Chayo, and he who shall not be named like fought with me for like the next 5 years because he was like, you don't take care of me, or you can't take care of me because you can't take care of your friend. You couldn't take care of your friend who passed out at Carnival and like threw up on himself, and I didn't do anything about it except I called security and his roommate to come pick him up. That guy went out with us. And
Did he get drunk again?
He was so excited to see me that he kept like taking pictures and like he was selfies and just, but things did not.
Is he at the window right now? No.
Listen, things did not. So it was so funny because that's how small this town is. Okay, so my coworker at Vic's, he wasn't his roommate at the time. He like just moved in with him not too long ago. But I explained to him the situation. Yeah. And I was very like, oh,
I don't want to do this again.
I don't want to do any of this again. So, the more drunk he got, the more touchy-feely he got. So at one point, my coworker grabs Melba's hand and starts holding her hand because
they're like flirting.
He's getting a little too like,
oh, okay.
Yeah. And so then
did she hit him?
No. So then my coworker had my hand in his, like we were holding hands and he was also holding hands with Melba. And then the four of us went upstairs to Circa, and at Circa, or at the Legacy Club, they have a thing on the menu, on their cocktail menu, a very nice cocktail menu. But they had a build your own old fashioned option. So of course I did that. I love old fashions. And it's so weird because I never did, but I'm learning new recipes, so I'm enjoying old fashions right now. And so we all did it. And then after that was done, we went downstairs because I wanted to go finish watching Alter Ego, and they ended at 11, by the way. Oh, on a Tuesday. I should have just known better, but they ended at 11 o'clock. And so we went back inside, and homie was nowhere to be found. I guess he had gone home and left me and Melba and my coworker. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then eventually, like, Melba's like, all right, well, I'm going to head home. And I'm like, okay. And it was just me and my coworker drinking for the next hour or so. And then I
Okay.
dropped him off at Golden Tiki. And then I came home and I was super hungover the next day.
Damn.
But it was a fun
I hate
night. But
hangovers. It sounds like a fun night. It
Legacy
sounds like
Club,
it was a lot.
if you have, it was a lot. But like, if you ever get the chance to go to Legacy Club, absolutely do it. Just make sure on the weekends you are dressed up. During the week, who cares? Because here's the thing: is me and Bubba got all dressed up.
Yeah.
My coworkers and his roommate were like they wore something nice.
Yeah.
But they were still in tennis shoes. Okay. But then I saw a lady in tennis shoes, leggings, and a hoodie.
Unacceptable.
And I was like, wait a minute.
That's what I look like every day. But that's not a legacy.
Not at Legacy Club.
How dare they? How dare they take my fashion and call it fancy?
So during the week, they don't care. But upstairs, so it's really cool because
I wonder if it's because they just can't get people in.
There was
the door.
nobody there.
Okay. Well, all right.
So it's almost like, so when you come up the elevator, it's almost like you go down this hallway and there's like these like gold bricks. Like there's a display with gold bricks, and then it's like that. Like 3 different living room areas. It looks like a living room. Each room like looks like a living room.
I wonder if it was a hotel room at one point.
Remember the Waldorf Astoria? Remember when we went and that's where like Calethea was born?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah, except bigger. And then you have like, and then you go outside and there are tables along the sides with fireplaces.
Oh, nice.
Fire pits. Now, during the weekends, you have to reserve those. But during the week, when there's nobody there, open season.
Interesting. I was going to take my mom there, or I was going to take her, where does she want to go? Oh, I was going to take her to Beer Park, because she wants to see the fountains. And that's easy.
Well, fountains are going bye-bye for a little while.
I know, which is really annoying, because, okay, so.
We just put them back after F1.
Yeah. Also, I get Nutcracker tickets. The woman gets sick, can't go. Then I'm like, Mom, I'll take you to the Bellagio so you can see the fountains. I have no fucking fountains. Can't take Mom to the fountains either. Her birthday's December 9th, okay? Like, it's January 16th, and Mom still hasn't gotten a birthday present.
They took the fountains, they put the fountains back up, and then...
And added trees.
Added trees.
So I was like, why are you going to do that if you're just going to take them down again? But I guess they're better.
Potted trees this time.
Oh, so they can actually, like, not kill a tree?
Yeah.
That would be nice, to not physically kill 30-year-old trees. What a concept.
But I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Super Bowl this year.
Super Bowl's going to be really interesting. Super Bowl's going to be, like...
The Super Bowl script this year has just been so much fun.
Well, what is, who is looking like they're going to be in Super Bowl? Because I don't even know what's going on.
There's a 2-part answer to that. There's this.
What does the script say, and what does the TV
exactly
say?
That's exactly what. So if you look at the logo, it's purple and red, which would indicate the Ravens.
Okay.
And the 49ers.
I swear to God, if that is it, I'm gonna be so mad I didn't put a bet. I'd be like, the fuck? It's okay.
So
see what happens.
We'll see. So
what is it looking like? Is it looking
right
like
now,
those teams?
The Chiefs just beat the Dolphins again.
That was rough.
That was so
Sarah and I were
rough.
talking about that. I was like, she's like, oh, they didn't even show up to the game.
No,
and I said,
they didn't even bother. But like, remember last year? Okay, so what was so funny? It was last year. Trevor Penning from O-Town posted this video on his Instagram, and he's a diehard Miami Dolphin fan. And he went to the Dolphins-Bills game. And he was tailgating with Bills fans. And they were all singing All or Nothing. And the Dolphins lost
really
in a
bad.
shutout to the Bills. And so I guess they really did get All or Nothing. This year, they played against the Chiefs in negative 22-degree weather. Or negative 27-degree weather. And they lost. But they did get a touchdown. So I think it was... I want to say it was like, what was the score? It was like 21-7 or 28-7, something crazy.
I don't look at it. I don't know what's happening.
But
I don't even know when the Super Bowl is. Is it February?
February 11th. So
we have a month, and everyone's freaking out already.
So it's crazy. And then the Bills. I don't know if you saw, like, the Bills fans were just insane this year.
Oh,
they the stadium, why? Okay, so first of all, the Bills are building a whole new stadium.
Oh,
Is it going to be covered? No, it is not going to be covered. Not one single bit is it going to be covered.
That's too much like thinking.
So the NFL this year told the Bills fans, like, hey, if you help scoop ice or if you help scoop the snow, we'll give you $20 and you'll get free food throughout the whole game.
Okay.
So
listen, you couldn't catch me dead doing that. But if you're a football fan, I will allow it. I will allow it.
So then it got to a point where the seats were so covered. I mean, yes, like they made sure that like the field was clear, but there was still snow in the seats. So they did say, like they did post like on the Jumbotron, they said anybody caught throwing snowballs will have their tickets revoked and season passes revoked. It was a whole thing and be arrested. It was a whole thing.
Imagine, hi guys, I know you're all adults, but I really need you not to throw the snowballs.
Yes, so,
it's gonna kind of ruin the game.
So
okay. Fucking people.
So good.
And that's why I don't take football seriously.
This is the best. This is the best part though. The NFL was like, fuck it, sit anywhere. So like you can.
So they're like on the field. They're at the touchdown. I'll hold your hand.
I'm like, yo.
They were just
so it was like, so somebody said on TikTok, like, one of the comments was like, wait, so if I paid for like 50-yard line seats and somebody gets there first, where am I sitting? And my response was, right next to Haley Steinfeld. That's
like, we're going straight to the box, bitches.
But you know what? That happened too at the Chiefs game. Like it was, I mean, they didn't like tell anybody to sit anywhere, but tickets were only $30. So one girl decided that, you know, screw that. I'm not going to sit up in the 50-yard line. I'm going to go sit right in front of Taylor's booth, like right in front of her suite. And Taylor's all leaning out of her suite, high-fiving people, taking pictures, and just enjoying life. And I was like, that would have been the best $30 I ever spent.
Like, could you imagine spending $700 on a ticket and $30 got you like in her lap? I choose Taylor's lap as my seat. I'd like to sit in her lap.
I can't even. I mean, the whole thing, and then. So they beat the Steelers. The Steelers are out. The Bills beat the Steelers. The Chiefs beat the Chiefs beat the Dolphins, and then the Lions beat the Chargers. Now the Lions, and this was wild card weekend, right?
Yeah.
So the Lions were screwed out of a win last week. And that's when they all realized, like, oh, the refs are cheating. So yeah, it was a whole.
Well, they had to follow script,
dude. Yeah, they had to follow the script.
Wow.
So, the Lions beat the Chargers, which is a huge deal because their quarterback Matthew Stafford went to the Chargers.
Okay.
And so they got Jared Goff. Like they traded Matt Stafford for Jared Goff and 2 first-round picks.
Okay.
So. Matt Stafford walks in, everybody starts booing like it was his idea to be traded. Anyway, he was the enemy that day, so I guess this is how they justified it. He's the enemy that day. They just wanted to show support for Jared Goff. Eminem's losing his shit, literally losing yourself in the music and the moment.
What happened with Eminem?
Eminem was having the time of his life.
Oh, he's dancing?
I guess he started the "Lose Yourself" chant. I don't know.
There's a Lose Yourself.
So, like, the whole audience started singing "Lose Yourself" because Eminem is from Detroit.
Oh, I see.
So Eminem is a huge Detroit Lions
and he was
fan.
Just like, yeah,
and they showed him every play. Like Eminem's just up there in the stands.
So it's not just Taylor.
So it is not just Taylor Swift. And they do some basketball games too. But I'm actually like I'm rooting for the Lions. Like the whole NFL script this year, like the whole thing, it was so much like there was so much drama and just so you look at so you have like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, like there's that. But then if you go on Amazon Prime, you have like what is it like the growing up Kelce or like something about the Kelce brothers, right? So Jason Kelce and his wife Kylie and Wyatt, and I think his other kid's name is Elliot, I think. Anyway, their kids are so cute. So there's that. And then you have the New Heights podcast, which is so much fun to watch. So I've been enjoying that. And And then you have Mike McDaniel, who is the coach of the Dolphins. And anytime the Dolphins won, I absolutely knew that that press conference was going to be lit. Like I just knew.
Yeah.
And then you have the one player from the Jets, right? During that one game, he was going, "Fuck you, yeah,
funny.
fuck you too," like
That was
that,
funny.
and
He was looking at everybody and just like pointing to people and like,
yeah, it was great. So that was fun. And then Tommy DeVito from the Giants and his family and his agent who looks like a mobster, like it was that. So that's fun to watch. So and then like the Bengals, like Joe Burrow was out, but his backup quarterback was so amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was a great end. It kind of sucked that they didn't make it into the playoffs, but it was such like a great time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey, as a matter of fact, oh my God, they lost so badly to the Bucks during Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was so embarrassing. And Jason Kelsey was seen literally crying. As
okay. He'll make it through, I promise.
He will make it through with his millions of dollars.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
But I don't think he's coming back.
Sarah said it would be dumb for him not to come back. He's too young.
You think? He's
That's
only
what
2
she
years
said.
older than Travis.
Yeah, she was like, he's not done.
I hope not.
Listen, you could be upset about a game and not quit your job.
Yeah.
You can have a bad day. That's why I'm like, he had a bad day. You can't take losing, and your job is a part of a game where you have a 50-50 shot. Nah. You gotta get used to losing. And like it sucks. Like it's sad. It's like, okay, you can be upset that you lost, and that's why you were crying. But or like he's just like, okay, I'm done.
Well, now he can
He
spend
could've had a
more.
migraine.
Now he can spend more time at home.
Exactly. But okay, going back to Super Bowl, Vegas Super Bowl. So I'm excited for them to play in weather that is nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
in a covered
like
stadium,
70 degrees outside.
Now they're okay. The difference between like the Super Bowl and like F1 is like F1. The locals, aka the peasants of this town, were not invited to the parties.
Yes.
The Super Bowl, there will be parties all over town.
Yes. So that's going to be it's going to be really interesting because it's like, not only is it going to be welcoming to the locals, it's also good. They're going to make money. And no one is being shunned away from the strip.
Right.
I think once you shun people away, it creates a whole new thing. So like, everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
And encouraged to come out, and we're gonna make a lot of fucking money.
There's a particular spot that I currently work at.
Oh, I wonder which one is it.
On the strip.
Oh, I know that place.
And we are having Super Bowl stuff every day.
Wow. What kind of deals can you get at Jimmy Kimmel's?
I can't say.
Oh, it's not released yet.
Nope.
Allegedly.
I know that a certain company came and did a walkthrough.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't there, but I heard about it.
Listen, I'll walk through.
Listen, I am working at Vic's that day.
Damn.
I know. But you know what kind of sucks is like last year's Super Bowl is like right after we opened, and I made a whole lot of money because I was the only one that got tables because I was in the lounge.
Ah.
And I was working at night.
Yeah.
Okay. I am day shift this time. Oh. So by the time I leave, we'll maybe only be into like the first quarter. Oh.
Well, you have time to fix your schedule.
I got a little bit of time to maybe work a double that day.
That might be worth it. It might be. It might be worth it.
So a new bar just opened up right across from Allegiant, and it's actually not even far from here.
Yeah.
It's on Polaris, which is like right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's called Whiskey. I think I sent it to you. It kind of looks like a Parkway meets a
Maybe
PT's.
that's why I thought it was just a Parkway.
Yeah, it's not a Parkway. It looks like a Parkway.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I feel like, is there a Whiskey somewhere else in town?
Yes.
In like St. Rose area? Tina's house?
No, it was closer to Southern Highlands. Oh. No, but it was over by where I was. Oh, okay.
St. Rose. Okay, guys, you need to like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification button, because if you don't, it's going to be a lot harder, and we need your support. Also, follow our TikToks, follow our Instagram, and I guess go on Facebook too. We're kind of all over the place. Reality Check Las Vegas. I mean, go figure it out. It's not hard. It's all there.
We're everywhere, including all over town, and we will see you there.
Bye.
Bye.